Hello everyone, I hope that you will join us along the Harvest Trail this year for Harvest 2025 as we'll be starting our journey from North Dakota down to Oklahoma. It's May 18th, even though it looks more like October 18th as it's 45 degrees and raining. But we are getting ready to head down south probably at the end of this week since the kids get out of school. And I hope you'll follow our journey along for the summer. Good morning, today is May 21st and we are fixing to head out from North Dakota. Regan had a science test this morning and Colston had an orthodontist appointment, so we are getting a late start, about 10:15 now, and I'm not sure how far we will get before it gets dark, but hopefully we have safe travels and I'll keep you updated as we go. Good morning, it is May 23rd and we are fixing to head out onto Alba. We went ahead after picking up the headers and made it to Colby, Kansas, so it should be a pretty easy drive today. So we'll get there and get unloaded and kind of see how things go from there. Good morning, it is May 22nd and we made it last night to Hot Springs, South Dakota. Got settled in at a really cute little hotel. Had a nice room and had a cute little breakfast station this morning. While we were outside waiting for our breakfast, this lady came up and asked Dylan if he could help her with her vehicle. Her car wouldn't start, so when you're traveling with a service truck, sometimes you just get asked to help, and we were happy to do that. She should be good to go. Her battery cables were just a little loose, so Dylan tightened them up and got her going, and so it's about almost 7 o'clock this morning, and so we're hoping to get to St. Francis, Kansas today, which is not too far. We'll be picking up our new headers, so we'll have to swap out the ones we're pulling now and get those other ones rigged up and on the trailer, and hopefully we'll get further down the road. So we'll just kind of see how it goes today. Good evening, everyone. It is about 5:30 on May 22nd, and we made it down to St. Francis to Yost Farm Supply to pick up our headers. Dylan's fixing to put the first one on the trailer now, and the salesman Darren is overtaking my header off as we speak. And so we would have got here a little bit earlier today, but we unfortunately had a blowout on our combine trailer, so we had to take care of that. Luckily it did not hurt anything, and we did not have to unload the combine, so that worked out pretty good. So we were back on the road within probably about 25-30 minutes of doing that. And so now we're here, and we'll probably try to get these loaded and get further down the road. We won't make it to Alba today, but we'll get further down the road so we can get there at a decent time tomorrow. I also want to say thank you to Yost Farm Supply, as they are a HarvestHER sponsor last year for our retreat. So I would just thank them very much for doing that for us. And hopefully we'll do some more videos when we get further down the road. Hope you'll follow along. Good evening, everyone. It is May 23rd and we made it safely to Alba. It's about 8:15, but we got here around 4, so we've gotten everything unloaded. The boys have been calibrating headers and putting up, doing that type stuff, and Dylan's worked a little bit on the Mac. So we're just kind of staying busy with little things, just getting stuff ready to go before we head back to North Dakota at some point. I'm not sure. I know we're going to stay tomorrow and see some friends and family tomorrow before we head back. Regan's going to stay here with one of his friends, so since he's not having to go back with us, and then we'll see how long it takes us to get seated and then back down with load number 2. Good morning, it is May 26th and it's about 5:30 and we are fixing to head back to North Dakota. While we've been here, the boys have kind of just worked on combines and stuff a little bit, and then we had a day that we went over to Dylan's parents and visited and worked our cattle. We have 4 babies and 4 mamas and a wolf still here in Oklahoma, so we got that accomplished. Dropped Regan off with his best friend Keenan here in town, and he'll be staying with him while we're going to North Dakota, so they'll get some good time in visiting. When we get up to North Dakota, hopefully Dylan can start planting again and get that accomplished, and then Colston will be going to the FFA convention the June 2nd through 5th, and then we'll probably get all of our stuff gathered up and head on back down to Alba. So hopefully you'll continue to follow along.
Spray next week, girl.
morning. Today is May 29th, and as you can see, I am in my camper. After we got home the other day, I got this all hooked up and brought it over to the RV park to get it all hooked up and make sure everything works. Luckily, there has not been any water leaks or anything, so we got it winterized pretty good. I've been doing the bedding and washing the towels and all that type stuff, cleaning out all the drawers. Always end up having mice in here, so always go through all the drawers with silverware and make sure everything's clean, pots and pans and all that stuff. So all that is done, and I'm washing the last load of towels, and so the camper will be ready to go, and we'll just wait till Colston gets back from his FFA convention. He'll be gone from June 2nd through the 5th, and then we'll have everything loaded and head back to Oklahoma with round 2 and start harvesting as soon as we get there, probably. Today is June 5th, and we are loading up the camper. That's always the very last thing that we do, just while we're living in the house. It's really hard to move food and clothes, so that's always the last thing you do. So we are leaving first thing in the morning. Colston will be returning from his FFA convention, probably about 7:30 this evening, and then we'll get up and go tomorrow. We've been getting a lot of things done on the project there at our house. Dylan and I are actually building a house here in Powers Lake. So we've got some stuff done there before we left, and we got our horses all settled in. We made them a shade. There's no trees in their pasture, so I saw a picture on the internet and it made me think of a really great idea, so we went and did that today, and so they have some shade now. It's been really nice actually, just having a full week at home before we leave. Usually it's just rush and then get equipment and we go. When we went down with the combines the last time, the wheat was just so green that we knew we weren't going to be in a hurry. They've still been receiving some cooler weather and some rain, which they have some rain in the forecast again today and tomorrow and the next day. So we may get down there and still end up waiting. So we'll just kind of see how it goes and how the weather turns out. Dylan's back there. You can see him in the camper. He's putting away food. This is actually the first time in 21 seasons that he's helped me do that. So he's been doing a laundry basket at a time with food while I've been doing some other things. So we'll be getting on the road probably at first light tomorrow. So hopefully we'll have no trouble with the travel, and we'll get down there probably by Sunday. Colston got home last night about 7, and we had a nice dinner out on the porch. The weather was beautiful, and hopefully we won't have any issues. It's about 7 o'clock, so we're fixing to pull out of Powers Lake, and we'll see how far we get today. Today is June 6th, and I am in the camper fixing to make us all some lunch as we are broke down. We're in a little town called Reeder, North Dakota, just a little bit from the South Dakota line. Unfortunately, this is the second issue we've had with our Mack. We had a complete engine redo this winter with our Mack truck, and the trip down to Oklahoma went fine. The trip back, we had some issues. We had some injector lines that were leaking fuel, tremendous amounts of fuel, and so we stopped in Bismarck and dropped the truck off there and then went on home. It took them about 3 days to get the lines in and get fixed, so Dylan and I went back and picked it up. Everything was fine. Hooked it up to the double grain trailers yesterday. Of course, we just hooked it up and parked it knowing we were going to leave today, and we made it to this little town, and it started profusely leaking again. However, it is not the two that they fixed previous. It's a different one, so I'm not really sure what's going on. So we will try to get that fixed, and unfortunately I don't think the parts are going to be here until we've overnighted them for tomorrow, but if they don't get here tomorrow, they're not going to be here till Monday, so we may just be hanging out for a while. So I'll keep you guys posted. When you have nothing to do but wait around for parts, where do you end up? Which one you want?
This one and that one. Getting more horses. Those two ones like you. Oh, those ones.
Good afternoon. Today is June 9th and we are back at our truck. We had an injector start leaking on Friday and we ordered the part and paid for overnight shipping. However, it did not get here on Saturday, so it did not end up getting delivered until this morning about 10:30 in Dickinson. So once we picked that up, we were an hour away from where we had to park the truck. We tried to get it overnighted to Dickinson because the guy said that here in Reeder, North Dakota, it's just a really small town and they don't normally deliver on Saturdays. So we went ahead and took the chance of driving back to Dickinson and hoping it would get there. Unfortunately, it did not, so we had to wait until today. So I got there about 10:30 and picked it up. The boys have it on. We actually ordered an extra part. Dylan overnighted one, and then we ordered one from another place just to give us two options, and they showed up within about 30 minutes of each other. So we have a spare. Hopefully we don't need it, but looking forward to getting on the road. Alva has had some rain, so far we're still okay as far as not missing out on anything, but I'd say by the time we get there, it'll be go time. So hopefully we can get down the road and show up sometime tomorrow. Today is June 11th and we are in Alva and cutting. We got here yesterday about 6 o'clock, got everything unloaded and took it to the field. We got to cut about a truckload is all, and then it was kind of humid and got dark on us, so we just started again this morning. Well, actually not this morning. It was pretty humid again this morning, so they didn't actually start till after lunch. So right now we're close enough to the town that I can just run one truck and keep up. As we get further away, we'll have to start running both trucks, so I'll probably be able to either run both trucks or we'll have to tag team it like we did last year, just taking turns in the cart and filling the trucks and then going on to town. So we'll kind of see how things go, but we are just fixing to stop for dinner. I went and got some stuff. The boys wanted Sonic and Dylan and I got some Mexican food, so they're going to be coming up to eat and see how much further we get before these clouds come in.